Oh yeah. How do you feel about the throwback?
Throwing it way back. Mirsu Mag.
Yeah, that is great as a throwback, and it sounds a little bit slower and a little
Yeah.
bit less abrasive because it doesn't have the Carl drums just smashing, pummeling the kit. But it sounds great, and I'm not mad at any of Slate's reprise on there. Yeah, it's good. And that's another song, honestly, that when we first got into it, that one was one that went over my head. And now I'm just like, fucking right. Fucking right. That one has it all in there. That has it all. It has the Marky Smith like nastiness to it that I just so much. He still got the nastiness in him, like however many years later, right? Just a couple decades removed, it's still fucking got that fucking edge. He's still got the
Yeah.
that
He's still
boiling.
he's still pissing salt and vinegar.
Yeah.
It is amazing how little he's changed as a professional musician
He-
over the years. Like he locked in his persona and his attitude, and he's like, "This works for me. All right."
yeah. He definitely had a persona, right, that he could put on, but I think it also speaks to the fact that he was so genuine in his nature that for the most part, that it was just all the same guy.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a farce. I mean, I think some of the nastiness in the interviews and things like that, may have been
Coming out of frustration, annoyance.
no, yeah, or just like lack of respect almost. Like
Mhm.
if he didn't respect you, you were not going to get respect. Like just genuine like human respect. You were going to have to work for it.
He's working every day to put something down on paper that's enthralling to himself and working with the band to make things that are enthralling to a listener and mainly to the band first and foremost. That the minute that you start asking him questions that are not either researched or thoughtful, it's just like going to be you're going down a hole that you're not going to get yourself out of. You're going to get buried in that hole, and you
Yeah,
probably deserve to.
especially those like surface level bullshit media questions. Like what did you mean by this? And you're like, that's not a fucking question, man. Like
Yep.
that's
Hey,
just fluff. Like I'm not going down there. We're not gonna do this anymore.
if Marky Smith was still around today, and we had the pleasure of talking to him, is there one thing you would ask him about?
Mm.
Just off the top of the head. I know you just not prepared for a
I'm
Marky Smith interview.
Oh man. Oh man. What is your airplane playlist? I don't know.
What's your favorite truck driving song? I mean, that's been
Yeah.
answered. Probably that's probably been answered. Oh man, I don't know if I mean I just off the top of my head, I would probably want to ask him like, what is the what is your most inspirational space to write in? What kind of mood do you need to be in? What kind of dynamic do you prefer to write your lyrics? Where are you the most productive in writing lyrics? Like I'd be super interested in like getting some insight into, does he like the solace and isolation, or does he like to be in the pub writing it, or does he or where have some of his favorite fall songs come out of, right? Like what are the settings he's been in, and being like and that led to one of my favorite kind of writing experiences as a
Yeah.
writer. It would be
Or yeah,
so
wait.
fun.
Yeah, what kind of mood do you like to be in? Like, do you think you do better work angry and dejected, or are you more creative, happy and in a good place?
I'd say 2 pints.
I think that's
I'd say 2 pints deep is like you like that's the well lubricated, ready to let the ink
I
flow out of
think
the pen.
I don't know. I think 2 pints for him is just washing washing yesterday's grease off. I don't know if he's well
I
lubricated yet. I think that
feel like
just
that's when he starts feeling. I still feel like that's when he starts the foundation for building a
anyway,
song.
probably the first time he can hold a pen after 2 pints before it is shaken. Or even just
Okay.
like, yeah, asking him like, what percentage of the songs are written on the spot and like what were prepared, like, you know?
Oh yeah. I mean, even like trying to answer that just as a listener, I'd say that for every album like into this era, I'm gonna just go off of this era. I think I gotta assume that maybe like 2 songs on every album are just, like, pretty much in the studio jams plus add the words after add the words after it's on the tape, and you're just like if some of them turn out great, some of them we know were on the spot and throwaways, but I think, like, that's just what I get as a listener, right? As, like, those are thought out, those are not thought out, and it doesn't make either one of them better or worse than the other one. It's just kind of the vibe I get from him. I think most of the time he had more than enough content. Even in his lowest productive phases, I think he had more than enough pages in that carrier bag that he would be ripping out and being like, "Oh, this one works," or even randomly, "Yep, this one's gonna try to work on this one."
Yeah, I'll make it. There's a couple extra syllables, but we'll make do.
So, Steve, that was the 2003 session, session number 23. Let's get into the final session, session number 24 from 2004. And let's get right into it with the track Clasp Hands.
Well, going down to Scott's the Strong at NYC. And God put it here. Class hands. Well, the night before last, I saw a cure. I said, he clasped her hands, and they did. I was empowered, and the empowerment made me gentle in my boldness. I was so glad it was part of the job club. Fulfilled I was. Over the death march of the 1,000, I put a cross. I was well reflected. I knew we had to grasp hands, to clasp
Man, I really like this version. We're about to get into the Fall Heads Roll album, which I'm excited to get into too, because it is a very rockin' and raucous album and solid record. But this version is just got it distilled down, and the recording is present and clear. And I just musically really love this one, Steve, because it elevates, like, it changes to the chorus and it, like, kinda goes up into, like, a brighter tone, brighter key notes, and it's cool when the Fall do that, rarely, and it kind of gives me a vibe of, like, maybe they got some of that from doing the cover of "I Can Hear the Grass Grow," which we might be hearing as well, and then it has an interlude that is so dark, and it almost reminds me of a Ben Sinister track. It's just oh, I know this band, but they have all the same influences still 20
Yeah.
years later, and they're still doing it a different way.
Yeah, and like for being a positive song, like you said, it has the dark moments. The class pans, they're all having fun. They're all joining up. We've swapped out we've swapped out Jim Watts. He's on guitar now. Steve Trafford is on
Yeah.
the bass.
Mhm.
Spencer Britwhistle is on the drums instead of Dave Milner. And so, new guys. Ed Blaney's in. I'm doing some guitar and vocals as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, a little bit new band, and they've all clasped hands, and they're moving forward, and it is good to hear how they play with the different sounds throughout this song.
Yeah, it's totally cool. We will get into the lyrical nature on the dissection of the LP. So we're gonna leave that up in the air for now because that's just gonna be equally fun to get into. But let's just change gears here. And that was a great track to lead off with for a Peel session, no doubt. But let's get into something that kind of sets the tone for the finality, maybe intentional or not, of doing the last Peel session. And let's get into blindness. Once once again in that in that little behind the scenes footage, the band finishes playing this song, and Mark's like, "Oh, they need to play it again." He's telling like the studio engineer, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, they said they need to tune." And he's like, "They don't need to fucking tune." And that's what I'm just like, man, I love that. I love the Marquis Smith aesthetic. There's no need for that. The band knows it's gonna be on the radio to millions of people. There's like, "No, there's no need for that fucking play it again." Like, that
Yeah,
wasn't the version, play it again. We're
play
probably gonna
it
have to
better.
do it again. We're
Just
gonna have
play
to
it
do it
better.
again.
You
Yeah,
don't
play it
care about
better.
tune. Just
He says, "Play it harder." And I was like,
yeah.
"That is good. Play it harder. Play it gooder."
Do, play it.
Yeah.
Do that again, but good this time.
Yeah, I mean, great version. Obviously, a lot of Fall Heads favorites. I don't blame them. I'm with them. You picture John Peel playing that one for the first time and hearing it and experiencing it and what would be going through. He's sipping on that glass of red wine.
Yeah, I mean that would be a cool, like, I was just like looking at some of the other things that they put out, and like just like after his death, and like there's like the John Peel podcast, and like it would be cool to have like to have seen his like a first listen reaction for these sessions, right? Where he's just like
Yeah.
sitting there like, oh man, yeah, like, oh, just like your little
Oh, yeah.
comments here and there, just like, yeah, I mean basically what we're doing here, like, oh
Yeah.
cool, what, no, what a great what a great pick, like,
yeah, I would love to see that. It was like even him with like the headphones on, like just pure facial reaction,
Sure.
right?
Not even
Right?
speaking. Yeah, I don't need to hear what he has to say. But yeah, just
Yeah.
like smacking, just playing the drums with it, just, whatever. Hitting that hi-hat off on the side, just, doing something.
Oh man. And also you got to assume like when after the fall finished their session, immediately when the songs were mastered for the radio, that it immediately went to John Peel, right? Like it got to him. So like he's out on his like country whatever estate or whatever
Yeah,
house.
what did they call it? The Peel Acres? Is that right?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
so.
He's out
Peel
on the
Acres.
farm. It's like a hand delivered cassette of the master thing. He goes, he takes it. Oh, thank you. I've been waiting for this. Why are you late by an hour and a half? And he goes into his little studio and just puts it in and just has a nice little time by himself in his thing. And this is also a fun thing to talk about too, is like John Peel is known for there's like a great thing, and I'm forgetting the name at the moment, but it's basically John Peel's record box, which is just like his 45s that if he had a fire in his house, he would grab this one metal box filled with 45 records that are all of his favorites and run out of the house. And it's kind of related because he just had obviously a great musical collection of records, but there's only one band that had their own shelf. And you know what that band was, Steve?
Beatles.
It was the fucking Beatles. It was the fucking Bee Gees. No, no, it was the
Really?
Fall. It was the Fall. It was the Fall. And so I just like that too because I kind of feel the same way. I currently have like all like going through all of the things that we could possibly find. We got like all of the books written by the former band members, the VHS tapes that Fallheads have sent us that we've covered and we will continue to cover because we have some more in the works. These are things that are like just I put in like a separate shelf altogether. It's not it's not like some sort of like little like sacred thing, but it's like a thing where it's like these things all need to be together because these all have a different meaning than the rest of the collection.
Like, and they just don't play well with others either. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
if you're having some people over and you're spinning some vinyl and like, I mean, we always joke and laugh like, how would people react if you just put this album on? Like,
right.
you got to know be prepared for what you're picking out when you're putting the fall down on the table.
Yeah. I mean, I love my friends because even my friends that have like they're like, "Oh, you're doing fall podcast." Like, I never really listened to or I tried to or after I found out you guys were doing the fall podcast, and it's so they're like, "It's fun," but like I tried to listen to it and I still don't get it. They're still my friends that I appreciate, and they will go to record stores, and they're big record heads too. They're just not fall heads, and they'll go just for me to the fall section and go and flip through the fall records and send me like the video and be like, "Oh, do you want me to get you any of these?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, unfortunately, those are all those shitty bootlegs that are not good. But thank you for
But
looking.
yeah,
Thank you. I appreciate that because you never know when you're gonna find some random fall record that is actually like the legit one that you need, which is all of them. And
yeah,
they're
those,
so hard to find.
yeah,
Yeah.
especially here. I mean,
So hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
Discogs has got the import fees are double the
Mm.
record cost sometimes. You're like, "Whew, okay, I guess no, I guess I can't have that one."
Also, when they find out that We Are the Fall is trying to purchase the records, they're like, "Hey, there's actually another surcharge on there just because we know you're gonna be, needing this."
Yeah, you got to subscribe to our Patreon first.
No, no, I say that in all kiddingness because I have met some dudes on Patreon that actually like the podcast somehow, some way, and they've been very, very helpful in like securing other things that we need to cover that we cannot find that we want to cover for you guys. And either way, Steve and I are going to listen to them. So if you guys want to listen along, that's great too. So Steve, what do we got next? Third track, 2004 Peel session.
What about us?
I was sorta happy. I became an immigrant, and I was sorta happy. I could frolic in the green of Monday in Northern England. I had trouble all over Europe. I was very happy now. But then one night, by the rubbish bin I saw a local newspaper. I was very unhappy. There was a person who was dishing out. He was dishing out all night, giving drugs to old ladies, dishing them out the left and right. So this I say to you, Great Britain, why don't you get it right? You may not like this at all, but this I say to you.
So, Steve, I got a little stat for you, fall stat. What would you say is the number of songs on average that the fall performed live in a set list? Like in your average, fall tour venue.
Oh, I should be good at this. I've hunted down so many
Yep.
photos and seen. Honestly, I think pretty much every freaking set list. It seems like somebody
Yep.
took a picture, ripped it off stage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. Yeah, 12.
Yeah, so you're right around it. So around 12 to 15 is like the average. They're playing for an hour about most of the time. Sometimes a shorter set, 45. I'm guessing that might be dependent on if they're opening for another band or not. Most of the time they're playing for an hour, 15 songs, which is knocking them out, honestly.
Yeah, I
That's
mean
not
that's
stage
Fast and
banter.
Furious. No.
Yeah.
There's we always wish for that, and you're kind of like, if it existed, we would have heard it by now, right? Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they are down to business.
Yeah, there's no tuning. There's no kind of interludes of talking. It's just going forward. I think honestly, if there is talking going on, it's during the song playing, right? There's a shout out to the sound guy to turn the fucking volume up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, obviously if they're playing the festival stages, they're playing about 10 songs to 11 songs. But yeah, I mean, so you're always going to get if the fall if they show up, if Mark shows up, you're going to get a full set no matter what, no matter what it entails. Yeah, that's pretty good. What about us? That's coming out soon. We got to get ready for that. Steve, let's wrap it up with another throwback, and then plus a cover. What do we got?
Wrong place, right time, straight into I can hear the grass grow.
And there were in the same country shepherds, abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night.
Wrong place, right time. I used to think I could do what I wanted to. Right time for me alone. I want the streets to complete full homes. I go round, homage around. I paid homage, I paid just to the one. It's number one in heaven, as in heaven, so upward song. I see you in wrong place, the right time, but there's miles in between. Go insane in her lounge. I cannot wait to taste my fixed up again. I go round, homage around. I am orange, I may choose to one. There's number one in heaven, as in heaven, so upward song.
How's the last fall Peel session track hitting you?
Oh, it was,
I see you got the tissue box out.
yeah. I, you know, obviously nobody knew it was going to be the last one.
No.
I think they knocked it out of the park. I think it was all, more obviously just so happy that they came back and got to do it. Like you don't know these things are
Right.
going to happen. You don't know these things are going to end and it's going to be over. And I don't know who knows what they were thinking. 98 to 2003. It's a long time to be waiting. And so yeah, super happy they got these two done. I've had an incredible time listening to all of them. The last one's just as good as the first 23 or 22, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, great way to experience the fall. Super happy that John Peel loved him as much as he did, and really highlighted what they did best is this kind of middle ground between live set, recording set, you know,
Mhm.
truly, I feel like it was the perfect avenue for the fall to do what they do.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. I mean, that's well put. There's I feel like if you only had the fall complete Peel sessions and no other fall songs, you'd be pretty well off. You'd be pretty good. You'd be sitting really nicely and experiencing everything that you need to experience with the band. Obviously, the more the better, but you pretty much get everything you want out of these sessions and more. And of course, there's covers in there that you're just like, I'd rather have fall songs instead of the covers. But that's kind of the beautiful nature of the fall where they're giving you these things that you maybe don't need them at the moment, but upon return, upon re-listen, they have their own little, you know, sparkle to them that it'll put a smile on your face when you're listening to like a cover of the Saints, right? Out of nowhere. You're just like, wow, okay. That's I was not expecting that. Mr. Blow has come into my world now, right? Like it's like all
Yeah.
these little things that you're just like, I know I don't know anything about that song. I maybe a lot of the listeners maybe that heard that song were just like, oh, that's an interesting fall song, right? They don't even know that that's another song, and that's totally fine. It's just like listening to the whole journey of the band through these sets, through these sessions, so well recorded, so well defined. It's just been a pure pleasure. Love it. Every single one, even the worst ones. It was just fun to listen to. I'll be
Yeah,
going back to it.
it was, it was kind of how the fall are. Sometimes when your hopes were the highest, they just dashed them down into the gutter, and you're like, oh man, what? I mean, it wasn't at all expecting it to be like that, but here we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, you get what you get. So, Steve, how many pints are you giving these sessions?
I mean,
Or do you want me to go?
eight. Yeah, I mean, if you're ready, you go.
I mean, I just gotta give it a perfect 10 pints. I gotta give it perfect 10 just for the overall experience of all of them together and it being the last one. There's not, I mean, there can't be, I think, what did the Pitchfork give it? Like, I think when it came out, Pitchfork gave it like 9.2 or something like really obscure. Like, I mean, really like arbitrary. And that's what our rating system is as well. But ours is more meaningful because we are going through them session by session. And overall, as a complete whole, as an art piece, as a piece that you could take with you, it's 10 pints.
Yeah, I mean, they snuck in the extra song on each recording, so we got 5 tracks, and we'll go with 10. I'll match you.
Yes. Hell yeah. Okay.
But what about this bonus? We got a
Okay.
John Peel birthday
Okay. I
bonus.
feel like we should go out on a little John Peel birthday bonus in honor of like an advocate for the fall, which we're all trying to be for everyone else. And so let's get into the fall song that they made for John Peel for his birthday. From
It was
yeah.
recorded at the same time that they did the last
Mhm.
on a one-off acetate record for John Peel's
Yep.
65th birthday, 30th wedding anniversary, two-sided 12-inch acetate record. Side 1, The Fall, Job Search.
What was the other side? Do you know?
Yeah, I sent it to you if we want to play that. It was side 2 was Half Man, Half Biscuit. It was a cover of John Peel's favorite Roy Orbison song, My Legend in Time.
Maybe we'll just go out with a little snippet of each of these because I think it's really will do it
Yeah,
justice. And
he
I think we
played
got
it.
to yeah.
Yeah, he played it. He played both of them on his birthday show, the day after his birthday, the 31st of August, 2004.
Yeah. So, let's go out with the fall song Job Search and then maybe we'll add a little snippet of Half Man, Half Biscuits song A Legend in My Time cover. Well, hope you enjoy this. Until next time, we are the Fall.
We are the best.
As I mentioned, it was my birthday over the weekend and got loads and loads of extraordinary presents, from family and friends and so forth, and I was enormously grateful for all of those as well. One of the very best of them, though, I have to admit, was an assemblage put together by Louise, Hamid and Mark from this programme, and lots of kind of greetings cards that they'd got from various bands that had done sessions for the programme and from people who work here at Radio 1, and put them all in a scrapbook and things. And in the very front of the scrapbook was an acetate with a couple of tracks on it, which will be available only on this acetate. Am I right in saying that? And therefore available really only to me, actually, when it comes right down to it. And see if you can guess which two bands are featured on this acetate. I'm going to play you one of the tracks now, and it shouldn't take you too long, I think, to work out who this is.
It's taken me a little while to figure it out.
It could be anyone.
I would not have guessed The Fall from any of those beginning sounds.
I love the way it starts.
Dave Smith is pissed. Or Dave Bush is pissed. He never let him do this. I have not listened to this.
I have not heard this either. It's really good so far. It reminds me of Total's Turns. It's recorded in the flat in the living room.
Well, we should have thrown a shout out to maybe record it at the end and see if we can mix it in. See if anybody can tell us what that recording was Mark was playing. It was probably what he had it up at the microphone, right? On his...
Yes, on the cassette.
I looked a little bit, but...
Right, where are we now? Loads of emails and text messages coming on, which I've not had a chance to actually sort out, but we'll try to before the end of the programme. I played you earlier on the fall track that was exclusive to the acetate that I was given as part of my birthday present. Promised to play you the other side, and on one side the fall, on the other side, and we get some more requests for Half Man, Half Biscuit, I think, than any other band through emails and text messages. And this is a song that they've never actually recorded, but Nigel must have remembered that I said that is my favourite Roy Orbison song. It's not actually a Roy Orbison song, but my favourite song sung by Roy Orbison. So... ought to hear me sing that.